Hello everybody, and today I have nothing to talk about. I know that's probably like, why are you recording a video then? I'm recording this because I just want to talk to you guys, and I just want to be honest with you guys and real with you guys and just have an open conversation with you. Because as weird as it may sound to a lot of people, I view you guys as friends more than anything. And I'm sure that sounds extremely weird, but when you upload videos to YouTube, especially in the manner that I do, where I like to share a lot of my views and opinions and sections of my life, I do feel like you guys are my friends. You listen to what I have to say and you respond in the comments and we have a conversation, so I do feel like you're my friends. And recently a lot of bad things have been happening, not only to me on a personal level, but also to my family. Like, we've been going through it. It's been a really, really rough time, and yesterday was one of the worst times that I've been through, and that's why I didn't upload, by the way. I'm not going to go into any details because I don't want to get too deep into it because I'm trying not to think about it. But basically yesterday was filled with me crying, and then when I was done crying, I fell asleep, and then when I woke up, I took sleeping pills so I could go back to sleep because I just didn't want to think. I was like, if I'm sleeping, I don't have to think about anything. I don't have to deal with anything. So I just slept. And I don't want you guys to feel sorry for me or have me bum you out with me talking about this. But I'm just trying to be honest with you guys. You know, I didn't want to sit down here and record a video and be super bubbly and super happy when that's not really what's going on with me right now. And usually when I do get down or depressed or upset or whatever, it doesn't really last a long time. It might last like a day to like 3 days. And besides that, I'm happy, go lucky, my usual self. And even now, I'm not unhappy. It's just weird. I just have a weird feeling because of everything that has happened. But I remember reading a long time ago in this book, and the main thing that I took from that entire book was one little saying that said, things never fall apart, things just change. And I've tried to keep that in my mind throughout my life ever since I read that. Because when bad things are happening in your life, if you look at it as, well, it's not a bad thing, it's just change that is happening in my life. And it's happening because it needs to happen in order for me to be on the right path to wherever it is that I'm going. And I do believe that everything happens for a reason. I am one of those people that does believe that. So everything negative that is happening in my life or has happened in my life, I do what I can to take a positive from it. Even if it's the most simplest, smallest little lesson that I could learn from it in the future or just take from it, I will do what I can to get there. Because honestly, guys, if bad things are happening in your life and you just concentrate on the negativity and you only take negative things from it, it's just going to eat you alive. It's just going to eat you. And I know in one of my other videos I talked about happiness, and I was like, happiness is all there is to life. It's the only point of living, and it's very, very true. So if you're just living your life and you're not happy and you're constantly focusing on the negatives of every single thing that happens, there's no point in really living. You know, it's not really living. So when all of these bad things have been happening to me, I just try and look at them as, well, the reason that this is happening is because I need to be on a certain path. And if I didn't have this thing happen to me, I wouldn't be on the path that I need to be to go wherever it is that I'm going. And I'm not sure if that made any sense, but I'm trying to make as much sense as I possibly can. And honestly, with everything that has happened with me and my mother are very similar. We're very positive people. Like, even with the worst things happening, like, we can still laugh and have a good time. And we have to be like that, because if we were not, we would probably be suicidal or something of that manner, because so many bad things happen. But like I said, I look at everything and I'm like, okay, I will take it. I will feel upset about it for a little bit, but then I will take whatever I can from that thing that happened and learn whatever I can from it, take whatever I can from it, think about it, and be like, okay, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with it. It's just time for a change. Nothing bad has happened. Things are just changing. And I would really like to think that I'm known here on the YouTubes as generally being a very upbeat, positive person, because that's what I aim to be, man. I just want to be positive and I just want to be happy. And that's what I always strive to be, because the thing with happiness is that although outside sources can kind of influence what you're feeling right now, when it comes down to it, like down to the core of your emotions, you are responsible for your happiness. That is what's so great about life. You are responsible for your happiness. If something bad happens, You can go out and do something that makes you happy and takes your mind off it, and you can be happy. You can have a good time. You know, when bad things have happened, I've hopped on League of Legends with Legend of Gamer and just played and had a good time and laughed. And even if that thing had just happened like an hour ago, I was able to just be happy within myself. And that is a beautiful thing, that we have been given the power of our own happiness. We are responsible for our own happiness. And don't let anyone ever make you feel like you're not. No matter what happens to you, you can be a positive person and you can be happy. And I promise you that the majority of people that you look at who are always happy and always positive are the ones that have been or are going through the most. Like, most of the super negative people that you come into contact with would not have been through half as much as those positive people have. And you know why? It's like I said before earlier in the video. It's because if we were not happy and positive, we would be drowning in our own sorrow. And that's just not a way to live. So I know this was really random and wasn't planned, and I'm not sure if any of it made any sense. But if there is one thing that I want people to take from listening to this and watching this video, is that, one, you are responsible for your happiness. You can make yourself happy. Do not forget that. And number two is that things never fall apart, things just change. When all of those bad things, those quote-unquote bad things are happening in your life, don't think of them as your life falling apart or bad things happening to you. Think of them as just changes that are happening in your life. Yes, things are not going to be the same as they are right now. Maybe they're not the same as you planned, but that doesn't mean that the things in the future or the things happening right now are bad. They're just changing. So I hope you were able to take something from this, guys. Be positive. No matter what is happening in your life, cry about it, frickin' eat your ass off and get over it, and just keep going. Even if you're still having the thoughts in the back of your mind about whatever it is that happened, just keep on trucking with a positive attitude and being the master of your own happiness. And you will be fine. And if all else fails, go get a cat, because cats really help. Okay, guys. Bye.